Still Here Harlem Productions' coverage of political events and candidates is for the sole purpose of providing information to the Harlem community so they can make informed decisions when they go to the polls. We take no position pro or con on any of the representatives or candidates that we cover. We leave that to you.
We're interviewing today. We're taking a look at Landon Dais. He's a candidate for New York City Council District 9. And we want to give him a chance, or give you a chance, to take a look at this candidate. And hopefully what you hear here will influence you in your decision about who you support in the upcoming election. Mr. Dais.
Thank you, first and foremost, for having me, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure. Landon Dais.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm original son of Harlem. I was born here.
Okay.
My father, Larry Dais, has been well known for his community work with Columbia University, 100 Black Men, New York Urban League, Abyssinian Baptist Church. My mother, the same thing, the Lynx, Jack and Jill, and other organizations. And my brother was a public school teacher here in Harlem at PS 125. So there's no reason not to believe that this is not in my blood. Like, this is something that we've always done. We've always believed in doing the right things. And I'm the first person in my family to go to political route, but we've always been in community development.
I understand that your father was closely affiliated or was a member of the Frederick Samuels Harlem Democratic Club?
No. My father's never been part of any Democratic clubs.
Okay.
My father's actually always shied away from politics. He's been asked to run in the past, but he never liked politics.
Okay, great.
But further on that, I went to Morehouse College for undergrad, for major in business management. Then I went to Columbia University, where I obtained a master's in real estate development from the architecture school. And with that master's, especially with the current issues, especially with zoning, with the 125th zoning and specifically, I think my education background and my corporate background in construction and real estate is perfect for that, because I'm completely against the current 125th rezoning. I know the current incumbent talks about how, if I didn't change the zoning, the developers could have built as high as they wanted to. But I find it's a coincidence or ironic that the developers didn't really come in until after the zoning was approved. Because as a real estate developer in the past or worked in the construction field, we wanted that development so we can come in with bigger incentives to build bigger buildings. And that's why I was against it, because we had something called FAR. And FAR were restricted how high developers could build. And if we needed the rezoning so developers wouldn't build too high, why was it that no developers had come in prior to it to build that high, which was her reasoning? I think the plan could have been better for small businesses. You see in 8th Avenue, we knocked out all these small businesses, the record shop, the Trinidadian who had the best roti on the block. And Manners, well now even though Manners is reopened, they closed all those shops for this big development, and because of the economic downturn, there's nothing there right now.
And what area is that? Was 125th?
8th Avenue between 125th and 126.
126.
Where now, somehow I'm trying to figure out how the Manners is reopened, but why isn't the record store not reopened, which was there for 40 plus years? Why isn't the Trinidadian roti place not open? Locally owned businesses that were closed down for this, and now they're gone, and there's nothing there now. It's just desolate. It's empty.
You're a member of a new Democratic club in Upper Harlem.
Yes, I am the former president of the Uptown Democratic Club. The club had maybe 3 members before I became president, and then now currently online we have over 600 members. I built it through the new technology, and that's why as a candidate I'm the one who can reach out to the youth, because I use Facebook, I use Twitter, I use MySpace, I use the internet to reach out to our youth, especially that we know is really struggling right now, and I'm proud of that. I'm not president no longer because of politics, because I was running for office. I was asked to step down from office. And some people are benefiting from what I did, but you know what? I did it out of the goodness of my heart, because I believe that our kids should be involved in our democratic process. And that's why I was president of UDC, and I was a good leader.
All right, well, the slogan for that Democratic Club was new leadership for a better community.
Well, no, that's the slogan for my campaign.
Yeah, from your campaign?
For my campaign.
Okay.
Our campaign slogan is, our time is now.
Yeah.
New leadership for a better community. And let's just be honest. It's 2009. If we went back 30 years to 1979, we had the same issues. High school dropouts, lack of jobs, drugs, crime, and suitable housing. Those 5 things 30 years ago are the same issues we're dealing with today.
So what you say, they haven't been addressed in over 30 years effectively.
We have addressed some, but we put a Band-Aid over a knife wound. We need to fix it, stitch it up so it will heal properly. We need to make sure we put people in our schools who care about our kids. We need to make sure that if they get them billed in Harlem, they hire in Harlem. And if we don't do that, how can we keep Harlem? The reason why we haven't been able to afford to live in Harlem is because we have not fought hard enough for the jobs that are starting to be created in Harlem. We need to support the small business owners. We need to have these small business owners hire kids from our high schools and give them internships so they can learn a work ethic, so that will develop. Let's teach financial literacy to our kids when they're younger so they have good credit when they get older so they can buy a property. These are just the little things that we can do. We need vision, and we've lacked that. And I really honestly think I'm the only person who's talking about new ideas. Everyone's talking about the same thing. From the incumbent to some of the other challengers, they're saying, oh, I'm gonna fight. What are you gonna fight for? Are you just gonna fight and yell in the streets? Or are you gonna sit there and come up with politically visionary policy that's gonna make something happen? You can yell at the top of your lungs all you want, but it's the person that makes things happen that's gonna make a difference in this community. And that's why I'm running.
So it's your intention to be more proactive as opposed to being reactive?
Exactly. Ahead of the curve instead of behind the curve. Currently we have a government that is an 8-track government in an iPod generation. We need to upgrade how we think. We need to upgrade how we approach things. We need to upgrade as a community. We need to bond together. We need to stop the division amongst us. Get the block associations, the community boards. Stop the bickering. Because every day we bicker is another day we lose to try to make Harlem a better place. And the people suffering the most are our children. And that's not right.
Whew. Mouthful there, man.
I'm sorry, I can get a little pumped up about this.
I can see that.
I believe in what I'm doing.
Okay. So the issues, let's talk about the issue which seems to be currently the one that has the most traction out here. Even though all these issues, 125th Street rezoning, Columbia expansion, gang violence.
Big gang,
Yeah, but the primary issue in Harlem is and has always been, as you so eloquently stated a few seconds ago, is the question of jobs. Jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be a man and a woman, a mother and a father, and be a beggar at the same time.
It's tough.
All right, so we need to talk about what is your position on jobs in this community?